It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1661, recorded Thursday, February 8th, 2018. Now with Giz Wiz Technology. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have gadgets from the Housewares show. I show off another app-enabled gadget and the warehouse, all next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the Sam Show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the COO of gadgets, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
I'm doing great myself. It's been a busy week. I am going to San Francisco this weekend, so...
You got well enough to travel again?
Just to get sick enough, yes.
Pick up another bug. Okay, that's a great plan.
You know, I've seen, from like photos of people abroad, how some people wear those masks to make sure that they don't get sick. I think I might have to bring that into fashion over here in the States.
I was reading that those masks don't really do anything.
I don't think they do, but it makes me feel better. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
I don't know what a single layer of cotton is going to do to stop, influenza from attacking my system. But yeah, it should make me feel better at least. But yeah.
And what are you doing?
So I'm going to Mind Fair, which is it's going to be a little bit south of San Francisco and San Mateo, and it'll be a 2-day Minecraft convention. I'll be doing a little bit of presenting, but I'll also have a booth to sell some merchandise. I've been hand making pillows and buttons.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have to show us one of your handmade pillows.
Yeah, they're really cool. Here I do know that I have a photo of me using my sewing machine earlier. Here's an okay photo of it.
Does Mr. Pillow know that you're in competition with him?
Yeah, my pillow.
My pillow.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him that there's a new kid in town, and
there he is. Okay,
it's me making my own pillows. They're kind of like throw pillows. But Minecraft actually has a really cool thing in their EULA, in their end user license agreement, that you can make handcrafted Minecraft merchandise using the Minecraft, sort of like the Minecraft textures. Obviously, it all has to be handmade, so it's not going to be exact. So I'm making my own pillows, hand making every single one, bought the fabric, made every pillow, filled it with polyfill.
And so you can use logos and things?
Yeah, and so I'm not
as long as it's not...
Exactly. So as long as it's not and you can only make 20 of any one style. So I'm only going to ever make 20 of a specific type of pillow, and then I'll have to change the color, or change the texture, or, do something different. So yeah, I've been making pillows that I hope will sell at the convention. So I've been doing that. I've been making buttons. I ordered some stickers. Those are just of me, and flyers, and possibly T-shirts.
Wow.
So that's been this week, has just been full of hoping to, organizing that booth and putting that booth together. So that's been a big week for me.
Excellent.
And what did you do?
I got my phone finally fixed. They're supposed to come Friday, and they never came. And then I went on Twitter and said, is there anybody lower than Verizon? Fortunately, Verizon has a whole people who follow social media. and someone said, please follow us back so we can start a private conversation.
Yeah,
exactly. And so they asked me to tell them what's wrong, and I told them. It's supposed to be there by 1 o'clock, and between 8 and noon, okay? Of
course.
This conversation started at 4 p.m., and so they said, we're getting a hold of the dispatcher now. And then they come back and they say, the dispatcher said he's just running a little late.
Uh-oh.
I said, wait. I said, it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be there the latest noon. So they said, don't worry, he's coming. I said, well, tell him to call me because I'm not at the marina.
Right, I'll have to go down there.
Yes, but I said, I am 4 blocks away. He calls me. I can be there in 5 minutes. I'm waiting. I text back to them saying, what time do those guys end at? At the same time, I get a text on my phone. Sorry, you're not here. Reschedule.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
I went berserk online. Okay.
Yeah.
So they said, okay. They said, okay, Monday, can you be there from 1 to 4? I said, yes. And for some reason, knowing the way they work, I decided I'm not leaving the house. At 11:05, so my appointment is 1 to 4.
Right.
At 11:05, the guy says, I'm going to be there in 10 minutes. Goodbye. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I ran down. Fortunately, it was a guy who knew the marina. He'd worked there before. He knew where the wires were. He got out his tester. He found the wire that had broken under the dock.
Wow.
And probably in 40 minutes, my phone was back and up and running. So it ended up well. But again,
it's amazing what a competent tech will do to fix, like how much that puts you at ease once you finally get that guy that knows how to do stuff. I mean, it is just like, oh man, now this is just a breath of fresh air.
I know, because now Verizon, evidently, I know someone who works there, you don't have an area anymore. They send anybody anywhere. And so they were sending people who said, well, there are just boats here. How could there be a phone? I said, like there are phones on the boats. Oh, do you know where the wires are?
Oh my.
Yeah, I know. I think this is going to be a long.
Get that guy's card, because the next time, text him. Be like, hey, can I have you come by?
You know what? I should have.
Yeah.
I gave him a bunch of mad stuff, but I should have asked for his card. Anyway, that was my. So I'm a happy camper now, and I can see my boat whenever I want.
Fantastic. That's a frustrating experience for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess let's jump into some gadgets.
Jump in. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 gadgets. And actually, if you want to stop the video for a second and make your guess as to what they are, because all right, so let's go to the first. It's a pair of gadgets in the first video. So let's run the video.
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, Mad's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One take there. One take here at the Housewares preview. Big show in Chicago. Luckily, there's a preview in New York City. I'm at Caloric, and I'm going to show you this. Now, what the heck is that? We play what the heck is that game? It's an appliance.
Maker.
But I could not.
I'm going to say it, R2-D2.
Well, we're going to find out from Samantha. Did I get it right, Samantha?
You did.
So, Samantha, what is that?
So this is actually the Easy Pour waffle maker.
I
everybody
was
has the age-old problem.
But
that
it
they're making
stands
waffles
up.
in the kitchen, and
Listen to
everything
her.
gets everywhere. Sometimes people get kicked out of the kitchen because of it. So this actually solves the problem. So
Well, wait a minute. This solves the problem. When you pour the batter in there, isn't the batter going to run out the bottom?
It's actually not. So we have a nice seal on here. So it's the Easy Pour waffle maker. So there's a seal on the side, and what happens is you fill your batter mix up to the designated level on the measuring cup. You pour the batter in the Easy Pour spout, and then you put the temperature control on whatever doneness you'd like, whether it's a light waffle or a dark waffle, and then it'll let you know when it's ready, and voila, you'll have the perfect waffle every time.
Okay, now these 2 LEDs on the front will tell you when to open it?
Exactly. It'll let you know. It's a power light indicator and then a ready indicator.
And what does that retail for?
This one retails right around $40.
Oh, $40. That's really great. And then I saw one other. It looks like an electronic.
Chad, what's this?
Air purifier.
It's not. Actually, this is
I
the
have
extra
no
large
idea.
digital air fryer from Caloric as well. So this actually uses hot air technology to circulate air inside of the cavity in order to air fry food. You can actually grill, roast, bake, or fry food inside of its cavity. So when I open it up here, it's actually a really extra large cavity. Right now
Wow.
we're making some chicken nuggets and some French fries. I think I may have done them a little little extra. But we have the basket separator in here, which is removable.
Oh, so if you were cooking a chicken, you would take the separator out.
Exactly. You can actually fit up to 3.6 pounds in here. So it's a really large cavity. You can temperature control from 170 degrees up to 400 degrees, and it has a 60-minute timer as well. There's also preset options in here. So you can actually press the menu button, and it has different options that are available, and it'll let you know the temperature as well as the time in order to cook everything in there. And it, of course, comes with an instruction manual and a recipe book.
And that sells for?
This one's $129.99.
Well, the prices seem very reasonable. Is it caloric.com?
It is caloric.com.
Wow. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at the Housewares 2018 preview. Bye.
Caloric. That will increase my caloric intake by buying.
Yes, I know it's a strange name, isn't it, for an appliance company?
By buying their products, my caloric intake will increase. I've seen those air fryers. I'm really curious about those air fryers because I've seen them in stores, walked by them, and thought, that looks like a really cool product.
Now they say it's up to 80% fewer calories because you're not using any oil.
That would make sense. Yeah, because you don't have the oil like residue all in the food.
Yeah, sitting there.
Right.
80% less fat than using a traditional oil fryer. The fries tasted good. She said she had been cooking them on and off all day, which is why they were already pretty brown.
Yeah.
The waffle maker, you'll get a kick out of that because we always love the way the word technology is used. So I didn't guess a waffle iron when I saw it standing at that 45-degree angle. I thought, how could you possibly do a waffle in that? But that's great. So you're running that little video. So what you do is before you make the waffle, you stand it at a 45-degree angle. Then the spout at the top is level, and then you pour the batter in the spout. And then, Chad, it is their no-spill technology. Their no-spill technology that keeps the batter from running out the bottom.
What a technological advancement! A seal. A rubber seal. Maybe a metal seal.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him if they can send one to do a video of... I don't know. I'm leery about that.
I'm leery too because in this nice video, it opens and it's super clean and there's no residue left on the spill thing and it just looks so precise and amazing. And I'm sure there's batter left in the cup and it still seeps out the side because it explodes inside. And I just don't. I would really like to see this in action to figure out.
Also, I'm assuming when they cut to the three different pieces on the plate, they're showing the three different amounts of doneness. Yeah. Because it sort of looked like the waffle was badly cooked, like really well done up in one corner, almost raw down at the bottom.
This is how your waffle will look. Overcooked, perfectly cooked, undercooked, and invisible. It didn't even cook it at all.
Yeah, exactly. Pick the quarter that appeals to you most.
Exactly.
Anyway, so the 7-inch waffles, they're an inch thick, so they're qualify as Belgian waffles. And cool. She said under $40.
It seems inexpensive.
And I looked on Amazon, it's not there yet. And the air fryer, definitely don't go to Amazon. There is one third-party vendor. See the list price, $129.99. There's one third-party vendor selling it for $330.
Just one low payment of $330. Yikes! Scalper on Amazon. Holy cow!
Exactly. So just hang on because they will be in the marketplace soon, probably by March. So the object of this show in New York, which is just great for the press, is the Housewares show is in Chicago in March, but I think it was January 18th. They get 30 or 40 vendors to bring what they think is going to be a big hit at the show to New York City, and we get to look at it.
Yeah, that's great. I've always
Okay.
been interested in air fryers because I never quite understood. Does it just you put in frozen food or do you put in food
Either.
that would be
I asked
fried?
about that. You can either put in fresh food or frozen food. It tends to brown it, or at least in all their videos, it browns it. It's not like those sous vide cookers
Yeah.
that cook like overnight, and then you take it out and the meat is like gray.
Yeah, it still
and
looks
you have to-
weird. Yeah, you have to sear.
Yes, you have to-
do two
yes.
steps process on sous vide.
right, and then to make it look like it's edible.
Exactly. Okay.
so the
very
other thing-
cool.
Yeah. So the other thing I know nothing about outside of the fact that someone we both know, Leo Laporte, is a huge fan of this. When I first heard about it, I think he bought the atomic cold brew device. It was hundreds of dollars, took days. So do you know about cold coffee brewing?
No more than the title suggests.
Okay.
I assume you're brewing coffee cold.
Okay. Well, let's watch the video and then that I shot, and then we can. They have a little video of how to use it.
Hey, Dick DeBartolo, Maz Maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. We're at the Housewares 2018 preview, and Dennis and I are playing Guess the Appliance. Do you know we play What the Heck Is It? Guess the Appliance. I'm guessing coffee grinder, and we're going to ask Jamie, am I
Juicer.
right?
No, sir. Unfortunately, this is the best cold brew coffee maker on the market. It is easiest to use and uses the best materials. You just put the coffee right in here. You have a
So the coffee's pre-ground.
pre-ground coffee, coarse grind, stainless steel, best quality micro stainless steel with silicone gasket. This part here is Triton, the best possible, most durable material.
Is that the best possible cover?
It is, and it has an escape valve here to allow the oxygen in and out when it's time to drain it. So put the water in, let it sit for about 12 hours, a little more if you like it, a little less if you like it, a little more.
Yeah.
And then when it's sat, brewed, push the button. All the coffee drains into the double-walled thermal stainless steel, vacuum-sealed copper-lined carafe. That's what makes us unique. It holds 32 ounces, allows you to travel to the office, to the ball game, to the park.
How do we convert that to a thermos?
So you just twist, and then it looks like that. They all come together with that top right there.
Best in
so
class
it's ready
top.
to go to your office or to your park or game or ball game.
Okay, and what does that retail for?
$49.99. It was selected by Oprah as her favorite thing this Christmas. It is in every Macy's, Bed Bath & Beyond next month. It is taking the world by storm.
Okay, nothing salesman-like about Jamie. I like it, though. Dick DeBartolo, Maz Maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. The house.
Okay, so it's exciting to spend 12 hours to make coffee that
Yes,
a
but you
Keurig
know
can
what?
make in a
I'm
few
looking
seconds?
I'm looking in our chat room, and Eric Duckman says that he does 24 hours. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I know. So the object here, if I understand it right, is that if you cold brew coffee over a long period of time, it's much less acidic or bitter than if you brew it hot. And you're almost making a coffee concentrate. So it seems like that they say you can leave it in the refrigerator for like up to 10 days. And for some reason, online it says it's 40 ounces. In the video,
Yeah,
he said,
he
you know,
said-
can you run that little video that I sent you a link to as I talk? Because two different things. So in this, the guy takes the ground coffee. And okay. So it's 2 to 3 ounces of coffee. And then they wanted to use cold filtered water, which Probably not
Only the
gonna-
best. Only smart water.
That was so funny when he said, and the air valve. I was going to say, is that the world's best possible air valve? But I didn't know if the guy had a sense of humor. I
Yeah,
already
exactly.
talked about the best possible lid. So now what they're doing here is putting in a third of the grounds, and then you pour in a third of the water, and then you wait for that to water to pour through, and you do that 3 times. So the brewing process, they say, is 4 minutes.
Okay. So if you do it this way, it's faster.
It's 4 minutes. Now, I watched a guy on YouTube video who threw the grounds in, threw the water in, sealed it, and put it in a refrigerator. But since the water is actually sitting
in the grounds.
around the grounds,
Right.
I don't know why you have to be so gentle with it. Just throw it in if it's going to sit there for 12 hours.
Right.
I did like the idea that, again, I know nothing about cold brewing, but when the 12 hours is up, as you'll see him do, you release the air valve on the top, breaks the vacuum, and then you push the little, he's even shaking it up a little bit there. And then you push the button, which is surrounded it with the orange circle, and we'll see it happen here.
Now,
And
are you supposed to? I feel bad that I don't know much about cold brew. Are you supposed to consume it cold or?
That's the thing. Once it's made, it's your choice.
Got it.
A lot of people who like cold coffee, you then throw ice cubes in this double-walled copper thermos type thing. I'm sure you can't say the word. The tea company famous for making those insulated things. You throw ice in it, put the cap on that comes with it, and then you have cold coffee, cold for 12 hours.
Interesting.
If you want to heat it, that same double-walled thing will keep the coffee hot for 6 hours.
It's really nice. I'm actually surprised it's only $50, to be honest.
Yeah, I expected it to be a little more too.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, the quality looks. As much as we made fun of him explaining
I know.
how perfect and wonderful everything was.
Yeah.
You know, just you can just tell. Just a stainless steel, double-walled carafe is an expensive thing. Buying just a single cup from Yeti is like $60. And
it's a stainless steel filter and a copper lined thermal thing at the bottom. So $50 seems a reasonable thing to me.
Well, now I really want to try it. I
am going to try it.
Good,
because,
awesome.
They sent me one, and I just opened it about an hour ago. But I will be making my own cold brew coffee. We'll taste it and then probably heat it.
Get back to me in 24 hours.
Yes, right. Okay. Whoa! All the caffeine!
Exactly. Holy cow! Exactly. So, cold brew coffee at home with one of the best systems around.
Yes. And the funny thing is, that whole thing, he never said the name of the company. It's Asobu.
Asobu. ASOBU. Asobu.
Asobu.
And it comes could be this man.
White. Yes.
That is a Photoshop if I have ever seen one. That is the most Photoshopped image. That is craft is not that big. We saw people holding it.
Wait a minute. Wait, hang on. No, I think it is.
Is it really? Okay.
Cut back to me.
Okay. And then cut to him. And okay. Yeah. Okay. That's maybe not Photoshop.
I think it's. I'm putting my fingers about the same way.
I don't know. That's about twice as big as your head right there. So maybe it's too small, actually.
Yeah. Let me get a ruler. It's 36 inches high.
Exactly. Okay. So maybe I misspoke. Okay. That looks good. You know what? It doesn't speak to me, the guy who hasn't tried cold brew coffee. This speaks to the person who loves cold brewed coffee. And
absolutely.
$50 for the best system around, absolutely. So, I think we gave him a good shake.
A good shake.
Perfect.
Okay, our final guy. It's picture frames, and I normally would walk right on by picture frames, but this company has a very interesting story. Let's see.
Dick DeBartolo, Mads, Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Sorry, it's very noisy in here. We're at the 2018 Housewares preview, and we're at Vista, okay, the Vista Frame Company. Now, Vista has some interesting frames. You know how you have your typical metal frame and your black frame and your wood frames. Well, the reason we're here is none of that is true. Michael here is going to tell us about a great plan they have, and actually everything we showed is
Out of styrofoam, yeah. 5 billion pounds of styrofoam reaches landfills every year. Our patented technology allows it to stop it from getting into the landfill, process it, and turn it into a beautiful picture frame. So instead of buying stuff that's chopping down trees and plastic that's never going to die, we stop the styrofoam from getting into the landfills. So everything you see here is made out of styrofoam.
I love the fact that this looks so much like metal. And Michael, give us an approximate price range here.
Affordable style is really what we're pitching as well. Our frames start at $7, and the average price point for most of this stuff is about $15 to $20.
Wow.
So it comes with usable artwork. You can take it directly from the package and put it right onto the wall. We don't put any any messaging, any wording, any branding on the face paper itself. And so really what we're after is, you need to fill up some empty space. You need a beautiful picture, but you can also change out the picture yourself. So most of the frame companies, they'll sell you usable art, but you can't do anything after that. You have to stick with that art. Here you've got some options. So.
And Michael, one other quick thing. Show us that frame where you can quickly take the back off.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. I'll swap places with you.
There's a new technology that we developed. It's patent
Technology.
pending. This is for Edgewood frames, but this is what we call easily removable. This allows you to go from tabletop to wall with no floppy easel, getting in your way. It'll hang really flush, and then when you get tired of that, you can take it right back off, put this right back on, and voila.
Okay, and the brand name of the frames that have that?
Edgewood Frame Company.
Edgewood.
Yeah.
Okay,
so Edgewood frames, they've been producing for the biggest retailers for the last couple decades. We collaborated with them to design and develop their own picture frame brand. So really now a new option to the market. You don't have to just get what Target and IKEA is feeding you. Not that there's anything wrong with those.
And Vista frames are found where?
They are found on the online site, vistaframes.com. We're on Amazon as well. Looking to get into a couple retailers and sign up for the newsletter, and you'll be the first to know.
I like that. Dick DeBartolo, Mads Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. I've been framed. Bye.
I actually really like that. I love frames. It's a weird passion to have, but I actually really do love frames because you frame anything and it increases the value of it like 20-fold. I mean, just absolutely in fact, one of my favorite things ever is my framed Mad magazine right here.
Yeah, wow. Yes.
And this is the Mad magazine that you had me in. And
Ussin.
This frame, Ussin. This frame, now of course this includes matte and cutting and setting and all that, but just the frame itself was close to $60, $70, not including the price of that price is not including the price of setting and everything like that. So
right.
If a medium price range for a frame is $20, that's a good price. Let me tell you.
And the fact that they're using the styrofoam, it's just great. Yeah. And evidently they were in the business of breaking styrofoam down into pellets. I don't know what they used. Maybe they used the pellets for shipping, whatever. And then they decided, why don't we try to do an end product so we can actually use the pellets for something and get it out of the landfill and make it reusable. And they came up with these frames that I just love.
Yeah. And I think it's, there's some products that can easily be sold online, but I think it's a very good, smart business decision for them to get in stores because hearing this is a styrofoam picture frame does not make you think,
buy that sight unseen. And so this is a good resource. You felt them, you touched them. They felt solid. They felt good. Were they lighter than normal frames?
Yes. You know what? The guy had them all set on easels, and I just tapped on them because I didn't want to upset the.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't want. Nice display. Let me move them around.
The thing is, even from a foot away, I thought that was a metal frame.
Right.
I think it's just a great idea that millions of tons of styrofoam will not be in landfills, but can hang on your wall.
Absolutely. I love it. It's one man's trash, is another man's picture frame.
Exactly. And they also make these floating shelves everything is very reasonable.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, like that's $30, but I think it's the whole thing. You get the shelf and the frames. It's very cleverly done.
Yeah, I agree.
Very
I like this.
clever
Is great. Seems like a classy company, a good priced product, and a good product all together. And I didn't quite understand the Edgewood connection, so they only design
the Edgewood thing is that if you have a frame with an easel in the back and decide I'd rather hang it on the wall, a lot of times it pushes away from the wall because the easel is part of the frame.
Right.
So this way the easel slides off and the little hook that holds the easel is recessed to where the frame is, so it will be flat against the wall when you hang it up. So you don't have to worry that the easel's going to push it away. And then later on, if you want to put it back on a table, the easel just goes back in and locks in place. So that was what that was about. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, those are some great gadgets. Is that all you got, or do we look forward to more for next week?
No, that was it. That was it.
Good. Very
from
good
the Housewares show. Yeah.
Perfect.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we've done the good stuff. Now it's time for Chad.
You don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner.
Well, we should add that Chad's Crappy Corner sometimes is crappy and often is really good.
Yeah, this is actually I'm gonna spoiler, and this is not a spoiler. This is the show. It's actually not so crappy this week. This is actually something
good.
I'm really actually surprised with how great of a product it is. I'm just gonna say the name and then jump into the video. It's called The Perfect Drink, and I think we've talked about this on the show, possibly.
Is this a scale thing?
Yes, with the app.
Okay, yeah, I think we did.
And so I got it and tested it out. There's a whole bunch more models now. So I got a very specific model, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the other models.
Okay, great. Yeah. We saw it, but we didn't actually handle it, and you did.
Yeah.
Good.
Here we go. Hey, Dickie D. So I'm here in where I keep all of my ingredients for mixing drinks. I love this little area of my house. And we're taking a look at the Perfect Drink. Here is the Perfect Drink. It is app enabled as, oops, I just turned off the lights. As you can see, and what comes in the kit is this scale, this tumbler, which is simple, but really, really nice. It's actually become one of my favorite tumblers, and the iPad stand. Now, this is a $20 kit. There is a $100 kit that comes with a much better scale. The scale is stainless steel, it has a screen on it, and it's a little bit more precise in its measurements. So if you want to spend $80 more, you can get a nicer scale, but everything works basically the same between the two. Now, this is the app, and I really, really enjoy this app. Currently, we're in
Forgot to mention, Crappy Corner theme is app enabled.
So you can sort this in a few different ways. You can sort it alphabetically if you're looking for a specific type of drink. So let's say that you were looking for an Atlas. It will show you exactly what you need. And you can also go into your cabinet here and add different types of ingredients that you may have. So this is herbs and spices, here's some fruits. Of course, we're mostly gonna be in the alcohol, so we could say liqueurs, and choose which liqueurs that you have in your cabinet, which is really, really nice, because back over here, it'll show you a check mark if it's actually in your cabinet, and if it's not in the cabinet, there is no check mark. Also, you can sort this app by what is in your cabinet. And so all of these drinks up here at the top are things that I have inside the cabinet so that I know that all of these drinks are able to be made. You can see these little bars at the bottom, these little blue bars. Those tell you, see some of them aren't completed, that your cabinet may be missing a few ingredients. So as we scroll down and get lower, this one is missing it looks like lemon juice. Lemon juice is the thing that I don't have. So I may be able to substitute that, or maybe I'm like, oh wait, I actually do have some lemons, so I can make my own lemon juice. So it's kind of nice that even though there may be a few things missing, it still shows you a lot of drinks. A lot of them sometimes are like a garnish that you might be missing. So I really like how it sorts. So another nice thing is that there's a ton more recipes. So you can get a lot more recipes by going to the more recipes section. You can see that some people have kind of partnered with them. So like Drizzly, it talks about the story of Drizzly and who they are. And then you can browse some of the recipes that they have at their establishment. So you can get a lot more recipes. Like this one is from Absolute, the brand of vodka. So you can really see that there's a lot more to see. On top of that, I really like that each of these kind of has a description of what it is. So there's the Barb Navel. It talks about kind of what it is. And some of them have like descriptions of when they were founded, how it was made, what the backstory of drinks are. And it also shows you the type of glassware that you need, the tools that you might need. I mean, there's just a whole bunch. This one doesn't require any tools. There's just a ton of information. So I'm going to make a Fahrenheit 5. And the reason is because it has a whole bunch of steps. And so it just kind of shows off the app really well. Not because I absolutely love this. So you see that I chose build. And the first thing it's asking me to do is to place the cocktail shaker on the scale. Now, there's one thing is that sometimes you might want to place it with the lid on, but you take the lid off. It zeroes the scale out here, so I'm not exactly sure. I'm just going to put the base on there. Once that it notices the base, actually it's not connected right now, so I just need to turn it on. And you can see the red dot right there. It says scale detected, so I'm going to take this off, remove all items from the scale, and press OK. It's calibrating, and there we go. So now we are connected to the scale. Let's go ahead and put this right back on. And it is going to notice the shaker. There we go. And so the first step is to fill it with coconut rum. And we're going to turn up the volume just a bit because it actually will give us a nice audio cue. And so without needing to grab anything to weigh everything or to measure everything, it's just going to use the weight to determine how much we're going to pour. Now I'm going to purposely over pour to show you another feature, and you can see that the app is filling up.
Wow, that's great.
And I'm going to accidentally keep pouring. So you saw that the app actually, I was supposed to put in 1.7 fluid ounces, but I actually put in, 0.75 fluid ounces, but I put in 1.25 fluid ounces. So it changed
It'll
the amount
scale
that I'm
the other
supposed to pour.
ingredients.
So next is ram.
Oh, wow.
And let's go ahead and pour this in. There we go, and you can see that the app is updating. We're gonna get this one just right. Perfect. Oh, I accidentally poured 0.04 fluid ounces too much. Next is pineapple juice.
It'll also tell you a little bit of a story
Actually, I forgot
of
to
what
shake it.
each ingredient is,
This is for demonstration
what
purposes
ingredients
only.
could be
There we go.
substituted for.
Poured that perfectly.
Wow.
On
And
the
now
side.
it's saying add ice and cover the shaker. So I have some ice right here. I'm gonna add this into the shaker here. There we go. We're gonna add the cap on. And you'll notice the moment that I pick this shaker off the scale, this timer is gonna count down. So lift it up. So
And while I'm shaking that, I misunderstood this in the recording. There's more steps on the side, and it tells me to pour it into the glass next, but I didn't see that because I didn't scroll down. So.
Oh, okay. You were too drunk
I
from
was too
sampling.
drunk. Exactly.
Next step. Boop. And it says add some, it says, actually, I believe that it said pour into your glass. No, ingredients does not scale.
So this is what I was
recipe.
talking about.
So
I
this
was
is
supposed
just,
to pour it
just
into the
adding
glass.
some lemon lime soda. 1 second. Gotta pull the lid off. Okay. We are first gonna add, I believe, the drink. The glass, I mean.
It's telling me, wait a second, you're not doing it right. So I was supposed to pour that into the glass, and then the soda
into the rest of the drink. I poured the soda first and then poured the drink into the soda. Doesn't really matter. And then it says, you're finished. So I assume that we strain this into here. I may have missed a step. Sometimes when I'm hosting, it's not exactly perfect. And there we go. Now we have our Fahrenheit 5 that we mixed pretty well. And cheers. So there we go. The perfect drink. I would say that this is a really good purchase for
you say
price.
It was $20?
$20. Yes.
That's like...
It's such a good price. Here it is on Amazon. So here's the $100 version with the better scale. But this is the one that I bought, which is only $20.
I think that's great.
I think it's amazing. It has over 63.
The flask would be 20. I thought the flask could be 20.
Exactly, absolutely. So, so here's what the other version looks like. You can see the scale is a little bit better. It gives you the instructions on the scale itself instead of only through the app. But to me, it makes so much more sense.
The other one would have said, "I'm sorry, Chad, but are you paying any attention at all?"
Exactly.
The soda should have went in first, Chad.
Yeah, it'll insult you as you're making.
Yeah, insult you. Right.
Exactly. That's the extra $80. So I would highly suggest don't spend the extra $80. Get the version I got that doesn't have the LCD screen and only use the app. And also, I could see this being so cool at a party.
I think it'd be great.
Oh my gosh! Is you just have your liquor cabinet or some liquor on the counter and say, "I've already added everything I have into the app. Just search for what you want and then follow the steps to make your own drink." Or of course you could make it for them. But I think it's kind of cool to have a little station for people to make.
Oh, I think it's great.
Make their own. I was really impressed with how this worked, with how it looked, and the quality of all the products. And it's been fun. It's been so fun to see new drinks, test them. The app has so much information, so much great information inside of there, and it was pretty simple. So yeah, that's the.
I like it.
drink.
You know, you have to set that up when we do our next virtual New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, make
And
a new drink every hour.
Yeah, exactly. People will say, "Chad, make a Fahrenheit 8700."
I'll go.
The
Okay,
only
one
thing
second.
was with the way the scale was showing those cups filling up, I thought you were going to end up with a gallon worth of stuff.
I know. It's like this is so much. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
yes, I know.
I love how it also
I think
scales
it's great.
with.
I think it's great.
With the drink, if you screw it up or whatever. So it seems really great. The perfect. I think they call themselves here. Let me find this company. It's called the Perfect. Yeah, the Perfect. Perfect Company. There you go. I knew that it was something clever. And they also not only do they sell the perfect drink, but they sell the perfect bake, the perfect blend. So you can also get basically the same type of scale, but for baking or for blending, which I think is just super smart.
That's great.
It really
and Captain Jay's asking again. The shaker is part of the $20.
Yeah.
Right.
This shaker is included in. This is the Perfect Drink 2.0. The differences are like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and this is.
Oh, there it is. What you
This
get.
is everything that is in the box: a stainless steel shaker, a small iPad stand, and the scale. And then of course you get the app, and the app is free. And I have not seen a single in-app purchase as well. It seems like once you get the app, that's what you get.
Great. It got great reviews too. It looks like 4.5 stars.
Absolutely. Really, this is one of those crappy corners that is not so crappy and actually pretty good for $20. If you want to get into mixing drinks, this is just a really fantastic thing. Read up on different liquors and read up on the histories of drinks, and then also make a few. It's really cool. Okay, with that, let's jump into Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, He takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn.
On. Our letter is from Doug from New Jersey, who submitted in the past. Hi, Dick and Chad. Here's a warehouse video for you of a gadget Chad didn't include when he did spy gadgets.
Ooh.
It's the Keychain camera, and you'll love the video I made with it. I thought that was bragging, but then I did love the video you made with it.
Humble brag.
So let's see Doug's video and then the video within the video.
Hi there, Dick and Chad. This is Doug from New Jersey again, and I just wanted to share yet another gadget that I've been using. I actually thought you would cover this one in your Spy Month, but you didn't. So I've been holding this one off. I keep forgetting to do it, but I finally decided to do it. So I'd like to present to you the Spy camera. And as you can notice, it looks like a car remote. It has buttons on it, and some of the buttons work and some of the buttons don't. One of the buttons is used to take a still photo, and the other one, when you hold it down, is used to take video. And the camera itself uses a micro SD card. I think this one's like an 8 gigabyte, and it's kind of hard to get seated in there. You got to have, and get it in and out, you got to have good nails, which I don't. But anyway, this camera I bought about 5 years ago, and it's called what they call an 808 camera or a 909 camera. And this one shoots like 640 by 480 video, which was at the time what they had. Now the ones you'll find on Amazon, the 808 cameras or 909 cameras, you'll find a bunch of different ones, and they run around $25 to $30. There are some cheaper ones, but they ship from China, and they'll take like a month to get here, whereas the other ones are on Prime, and they'll get here in a couple days. I purchased this one with a special project in mind. What I did with this one was I strapped it to the side of a model rocket and launched it and shot video with the camera looking back over the back of the rocket. And I put it on there with Command N adhesive, which stayed on pretty well. I did add some extra tape just to be sure, but it did a pretty good job. So let me go ahead and show you the video, which is actually slowed down, because if I show you the regular video, it lasts about maybe like 3 or 4 seconds. But the slowed down video is much cooler looking, and it even sounds cool. So here we go.
That does sound like some the Hollywood sound effect of a huge explosion.
And those sparks out the back.
Yeah, that is cool. I can't believe that it's taking such crisp frames.
Yeah.
That quickly. And there it goes.
Okay, ignition. We have lost contact, Houston.
Houston, we have a problem. That's probably what it was supposed to do.
And here,
there goes that.
it's coming down the parking lot.
So there you go. I didn't want to continue too much more because it spins around a lot, and people have said they got sick when watching it. I did get a newer one now, which does do 1080p video, and my plan is to strap that to the top of one of my model airplanes and take some footage with that. And they're relatively inexpensive, about $30, and they don't weigh that much, and you don't have to have extra batteries for them. So they do a pretty cool job. So that's my gadget for this week. I hope you like it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a great time. Bye.
Awesome review, Doug. Thank you so much.
Doug. Doug, that was great. So, Doug, you'll get a Mad magazine and an Alfred E. Newman, one of those 35-year-old pictures of Alfred E. Newman, since you live in the U.S. Always looking for new videos. It can be anything to do with a gadget. Okay. Whether you fire it into the air or we follow it down the drain, we're interested in anything, any kind of gadget, new, old. We especially like old gadgets. Just make a 2 to 3 minute video, put it on YouTube, When you click upload, there's a drop-down menu. You can click unlisted if you just want people with the URL to be able to see it. Don't click private, because then only you can see it and not us. Once it's on YouTube, send us the URL, mail@gizwiz.tv. And if we show it, and I would say we're showing 99% of everything that comes in. If you live in the U.S., you'll get the Alfred E. Newman picture and a Mad magazine. If you live anywhere else in the world, I will actually sign one of those 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman photos, scan it, and email it to you. Okay. And so far, I haven't found a really great way so it looks like my signature. So basically, I have a big stack now
Of signed.
I've signed pictures. But now, if another Richard.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I'm going to do when someone.
Kind of like that keychain wall that you see.
Yes, exactly. Let's see. This was Doug. Let's say I have a Dave. I have a Dennis.
Exactly.
I have a Denise. Yeah, I don't have right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, people are very happy because no matter where you live, you can get one of those Alfred E. Newman. And you print it out, buy one of those Vista frames.
Perfect.
Then no one will know, and you'll have saved from some styrofoam from being returned to the earth. So Doug from New Jersey, thank you very much.
With that, let's head on into the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
Ooh.
Our letter is from Dan Wakerhauser, Wakerhauser. Dan says, interesting gadget announced from Nintendo. I hope you two guys had fun at CES. Since you don't cover video games, you may not have seen this product announcement from Nintendo. It seems it would be right up your alley since you cover a lot of tech toys. I'd love to see your reaction to it. So here's a little 2-minute video and about the Nintendo Switch. And while it's playing, I'll just tell you more than 12 million people have already watched it. This is something that's not going to be out for a few months.
It's really, really cool. I will just talk.
Oh,
through
you
it
know
for the-
about it?
Yes, I have seen it, and we'll talk over it because it's more
okay.
audio than
Yes.
so for our audio listeners. But there's cardboard being printed out and cut, and people are putting together cardboard pieces, and it looks like, wow, it's a piano. And now you take out your Switch and pop off the controllers and throw it in there, and then all of a sudden it works like a real piano would if you were.
So, Chad, they mail you the cardboard. You're not printing anything yourself,
No,
right?
Right. So you buy the cardboard at stores, and they show a whole bunch of different things that you can make with it, and they'll sell packs. So you don't get every single thing that you see in this commercial. You'll buy the piano pack or the motorcycle pack or the birdhouse pack, and so you'll buy a few different things, and then you'll make it yourself at home. And it just speaks to the imagination. So there's all these different things that you're making and turning your Switch into robots, pianos, I mean, all these crazy different things. And then the cardboard is doing, different things. I mean, it's just incredible. The biggest piece is this humongous backpack that you use, your whole body to move a creature. It almost looks like a virtual reality helmet you also have to wear. And you follow the steps on the Switch. I mean, it's just really, really incredible. I have heard that this isn't a small project. This isn't meant to be like, you get it and you build it in 5 minutes. It's like you get it and it takes a few hours to build all these cardboard pieces and to spend time making different things. I mean, it's just...
I can... Oh, some of the... Wow.
I mean, incredibly intricate. And of course, it's just cardboard. So, they're showing you can draw on it, put stickers on it, make it however you want. Very customizable, very family friendly. It's just really, 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 really incredible. It's called Labo. And
Nintendo Labo coming January, February, March, April 20th.
Yeah, it looks way neat. It reminds me a little bit of, you remember the Wii had all these silly connectors that you would buy. You went to the video game section and you'd see Wii tennis rackets and Wii golf clubs and Wii guns. And it looks like they've taken it in a way cooler direction, that using cardboard to create all sorts of different things. Really cool.
It is. Dan, that was, thanks for suggesting that. Chad knew about it. I didn't. Probably the chat room didn't. Someone, Ranger Rick, is saying, you need to be a kid again.
Man,
and
the
this will
Switch
help
is a
that
really,
happen.
really cool. I think it's one of the coolest game systems around because it's so portable. And so you can kind of see on their website a few of the kits. So you got the variety kit, that big robot kit. Is just its own
okay. Oh, so
separate
they're not terribly cheap.
No,
the big robot kit is $80.
Yeah, the variety kit, which includes, I don't want to take a survey, thank you. It looks like it includes a house, a fishing rod, RC cars, and the piano. And a motorbike. So 5 different things for $70. This is Nintendo, so it's priced like a Nintendo game, a full-fledged $69.99 Nintendo game.
It may be cardboard, but we treat it like ivory.
Gold. Yeah, exactly.
Gold. Yes, exactly.
So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Here's what comes in the kit. It's
actually Bleak said it's $12 an item when you break it down, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. And so here it is. You get rubber bands, you get sockets, you get pieces of sponge, you get string, reflectors, and it uses all the various different things inside of the Switch to have sensors and using the geometry of how something is tilted, and IR blasters and all sorts of crazy stuff to figure out how it all, how it's being manipulated and different things. It's just, I'm really impressed. And
no, it's great.
You can really only use one at a time. You're not going to be using two, and you do also have to have the Switch, which is the console, to be able to use it, of course.
And the Switch is what, $400?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember right off the top of my head. And there's different kind of variety packs of what you might have bundled with it. I think it actually starts at $299, so $300 is where the Switch starts. So yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for the letter, Dan.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
And with that, I want to give a big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com. I'm playing a video in the background somewhere. Patreon.com/GizWiz is our Patreon. Our patrons help support the show every single episode. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, we get donations through PayPal. Some people like to give that way. Gizwiz.tv. Go to the Patreon tab and scroll on down, and there's a PayPal link. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. And really, our hearts go out to you. It's so generous of you guys to support the show. If you enjoy the show, please consider supporting. Just absolutely amazing. Also, I guess let's play What the Heck Is It over at gizwiz.biz. Scroll on down. There's a What the Heck Is It banner on the site. And this is the game show where you see the gadget, but you don't know the gadget. This is the current contestant. And it is pretty obvious to me that this is a way of scooping crescent butter out of butter blocks. The specialty crescent butter is just so classy. And this is a way to get that. It's a butter carver. If you think you know what this is, there's 6 Mad magazines signed by Dickie D for correct answers, but double the Mad magazines, 12 for silly, hilarious, clever, cute, and interesting answers. So you don't have to know what it is. You just have to have a creative eye.
Exactly.
More Mad magazines.
And you'll be getting the March, April issue of Mad Magazine.
Perfect. And that has not been announced yet. What the
Yeah, not
cover-
yet.
not
Probably
yet.
maybe by next week we'll know what the cover is.
Fantastic. Also, you can find the show at gizwiz.tv. We're there live on Thursdays, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time. All you do is have to just go to the website, gizwiz.tv. There's no other things to click. We'll be right there if we are live. If we're not, it'll be the latest episode. And you can check out all of our previous episodes there on the site with links back to every gadget that we talk about and also links back to Dick's blog, gizwiz.biz. And you can also subscribe. Please do subscribe on iTunes or whatever podcatcher you want or on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Giz Wiz. I think that's about wraps it up for this episode. Anything else?
No, except I'll be here.